Hello, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello, everybody.
This special YouTube Live, we are going to be giving you a keyword research strategy.
Oh, yes.
Aren't we, Pete?
So that you can guarantee ranking in Google, as it were.
Guarantee is a strong word.
Guarantee.
Uh-huh.
I can guarantee it.
Okay. Oh, you can guarantee it. You can guarantee it.
So we have to admit that we used to hate search engine optimization, SEO,
Yes.
keyword research, like absolutely hated it, didn't we?
It's not our favorite thing,
No.
to be fair, is it? But we have mastered it. Or we feel, well, maybe mastered is a strong word, but we have started to get results from it because we realize how important it is. I think a lot of people are relying on social and email to drive traffic to their content. But if you can rank in search, if you can rank in Google search or YouTube search, then you can reach a new audience, right? And we're starting to see a lot more people now join Atomic and buy from us. And when we ask them, where did you first find us? They'll say, I Googled how to make a 3D book cover, or I searched how to make sales from Twitter, and I found you guys and I loved your content. So that's why we are a lot more excited about using search to build our audience. And although it can be a little bit, what's the phrase I'm looking for? Like smoke and mirrors.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, when it comes to how do you actually use keywords to rank in search, it doesn't have to be all that hard, does it?
No. So like there is a lot of mystery around it and it seems like this dark art. It's really not a dark art. It's actually just very simple math. And if you can like use these tools that we're going to show you, you can figure out what search terms are going to get you ranking. So we're going to be covering that today. So in this video, we will be showing you, let me get it up here, where you get ideas from. So what you're actually going to start writing about here to rank in search. And we are going to be covering both ranking in Google and a little bit of YouTube as well, predominantly on Google though, with a blog. And we're going to be covering whether this is searched a lot and also whether you can rank for it. So based on your current strength of your website, let's say, can you rank for this search term? Yeah. And is it worth actually writing this blog about it? Because if you've watched some of our previous videos on your blogging strategy, you'll know that it's really important to put a lot of time and effort into writing a really, really good blog. So you don't want to waste like 10, 20, 30 hours writing a blog and for it not to rank anywhere near in search.
Does it?
Does not sound fun.
Now, I'm going to hold my hands up and admit that Pete is a way bigger geek than I am, especially when it comes to this. So I'm going to let Pete take all the hard stuff and I'm going to be prodding him. And if you do have any questions that you want to like make him work and sweat a little bit more about, then please do let us know. If you are watching this live, this is a YouTube live. So we have a nice amount of people actually watching this live.
Yeah, thank you.
So please feel free to say hello in the live chat. If you're not watching this live, where were you? You're going to have to ask any questions in the comments of this video. And
you can be manning the chat, answering any questions in there. I know we've had some questions submitted previously, and I feel like we're going to be covering all those things. Yes. So if we don't, pop it in the comments. But if so, awesome.
We've got Jane, Travis watching us. We've got Marty. We've got Keith. We've got Richard Prager saying, this has so distracted me from what I should be doing.
You know it's going to be good though, Richard, right?
We've got Zoe, Media Partnership, Alex, Newton, and we've got Helen Robshaw watching along. Helen, fantastic. I thought that you couldn't make it, so that makes us even happier that you're here.
Fantastic.
Shall we jump in then?
We'll jump in, yeah. And I forgot to say, towards the end, we'll actually be showing you whether these search terms are also going to get you commercial intent, i.e., are the people that are coming to your site, are they the right types of people? Are they just tire kickers? Are they going to just not do anything? Or are they going to actually convert? So we're going through a lot of stuff here. I feel like we're going to give away way too much value in this video to be free, but it is literally free. Feel free to share this video. If you're enjoying this at any point,
this is completely live on the internet, even though we're on YouTube. Like this isn't behind any paywall or any email opt-in or anything. So just share away.
Share away. Please. Go for it.
Go for it right now.
All right, let's dive in. Okay. So keyword research. some of the questions that you might have around keyword research and how to find the right keywords so that you guarantee being ranked in page 1 of Google. Let's face it, you don't want to be in page 2, do we? So some of the questions you might be asking are things like, where do I get ideas from? Because a lot of people, and I know a lot of people, you've submitted questions and you were kind of thinking, you know, I have such a boring industry. What on earth do I talk about? So we're going to be covering some of that. Is it search for a lot? Is there actually any demand? Is there any point in writing this blog? Is there demand? I know we used to write a lot of blogs without doing keyword research and discovered that no one was interested. So that was a waste. And how do I know if I will rank for this?
A lot of people write titles in a very much enticing kind of way. Like they'll write titles like, guess what I learned this week? Or
what you can learn about marketing from water bottles.
Yeah, that kind of thing. And no one's searching for that.
No.
Or I don't think they're even clicking on that. So whenever we test,
yes.
We call those like enticing titles versus
like curious
based titles versus titles that just tell you exactly what you're going to get from that piece of content. The one that actually tells you the benefits of reading or watching always wins out.
Always wins out.
For us, anyway.
Yeah, for us.
Yeah.
So yeah, when we talk about keyword research, you know, we do mean coming up with like blog titles, but not just blog titles, the actual keywords, the phrases, word or phrases that people use to type into Google to find your blogs.
Yes.
So how do I know I'll rank for this keyword? Will this keyword bring me the right types of people that are going to actually convert? So there's 4 steps to this process. And the first step is coming up with those all-important ideas. And to start off, you will need a spreadsheet. Whoa. A spreadsheet.
Calm down, guys.
This is like really important stuff. Crazy, right? A spreadsheet. Keywords everywhere, Chrome plugin, and Google Ads account. Google Ads used to be Google AdWords. It's now Google Ads.
I feel like we should just quickly tell people what Keywords Everywhere is, for those that don't know.
So all of these things are free. Keywords Everywhere, I'm going to show you exactly what that does in a second. And you don't need to go away and download it right now, but I'll show you it in action and you can see if you want it or not. And you're going to want it. It's absolutely free and it's pretty awesome. Basically, as you're searching the web, it will show you the demand for keywords. You don't have to just guess anymore. All right, so there's 3 places where you can get ideas for your keywords. I'm going to show you them. So the first one is using like tools. For example, Suval, Jaxi, Ahrefs, Google Keyword Planner, Moz Keyword Planner, Answer the Public, and so forth.
Someone asked us what our favorite tools were. Which is your favorite out of those?
My favorite is Keywords Everywhere. And I also love Google Keyword Planner.
Answer the Public.
Yeah, you Answer the Public, don't you?
I've done a video on Answer the Public on our channel already.
Now, Suval is rated like really highly because it's like free and it pulls in search results from like lots of different places. But let me just show you what it looks like because I absolutely hate it.
What it looks like.
Yeah,
that is the ugliest website in the world.
That? So it pulls in keywords from things like eBay, Amazon, YouTube, Wikipedia, and all that kind of stuff. So it is kind of good, but we literally can't stand it. Now, if we were to type in something here, like blog strategy. Oh God, I made it back in that. It's because I'm at a funny angle here.
It's not because he can't type.
Yeah. So what Keywords Everywhere does is it actually tells you the search volume for keywords wherever you're searching. So for example, like Amazon, YouTube, Google, all the top sites, search sites, it actually tells you. And it's a little Chrome plugin here, you can see.
So this is not necessarily gospel truth, but it gives you a nice idea of what is getting searched for more than other things.
Yeah, so if you're thinking about writing a blog, you can type it into Google and you'll instantly see like, okay, this gets 590 a month or this gets 0 a month. what you're going to write on the one that gets 590. Obviously, that 590 is a very modest amount of traffic. It's not huge, but it's okay. It's decent. And along the side here, it'll actually give you this, which is really cool. People also search.
This is what we use now spreadsheet for, right?
Yeah. So we're going to be taking some of these keywords and just literally putting them into a spreadsheet. We're not going to do it now, but just so you know. And you can see the volume of these as well.
Mm-hmm. So can I just ask here or point out here? So we are putting in our industry or our niche or just broader topics into Google, seeing what people are searching for, and checking the volume.
Exactly. Checking the volume. We're just kind of getting ideas at this point. So even if you press space after your keyword, you can start to see some other examples here. If I scroll down to the bottom, you can see lots of other ideas, like a blog strategy 2018. Is this something that gets a lot of search? No, it's not.
Keith is asking, what is a good volume to select? So this very much depends on the strength of your website, which we are going to get to in a second. So like Pete said before, it is a case of maths, and we're going to show you why. So it might be a case if you are brand new, then you have to kind of settle for lower volume keywords.
Yeah.
But the stronger your site, the more you can target high volume keywords.
Yes.
I'm going to show you how to decide that coming up.
So these are some of the tools that you can use to just gather those ideas in the first place. Now, even before those, you might want to actually use some of our other hacks that we have in place for you guys. So you might want to look at the chapters in like Amazon books in your industry. Maybe there's a new feature, like maybe you're like an Instagram expert or something, and Instagram's just released a new feature like every day. Maybe this is something people want to know about. It's probably going to be searched, and it might not show up in these at the moment. Industry news, things like that. Another cool hack we love is on YouTube. If you go to a channel similar to yours, I'm just going to go to the awesome Justin Brown here. Love this guy. Man Crush Alert. If you go to videos on a channel that is kind of relevant or doing the kind of things that you want to do, go to the videos and click on sort by most popular, right? And I kid you not, this is how we come up with like the best ideas ever. Literally, this tells you which videos from someone's channel are the best performing.
Yes.
Now, this is because they're probably ranked in
like
search.
That third one especially, right? So this third one here is 3 years old. How to film professional videos with an Android phone. I'm assuming that finishes.
Yeah.
So if you can create content around that, if that's great for your target audience, that could be a great video to try ranking for on YouTube.
Yeah,
because Android phones, I'm pretty sure, have changed in the past 3 years.
Exactly. So there's always room for improvement on these kind of things. So this is another great way to just get ideas on proven concepts that are actually going to work for you. What else did we have in here? Oh yeah, type in competitor websites and secure upon it. So if you go to Google Ads, you sign in, you go to tools up on the top right here, and then click on keyword planner. You can actually type in not just a keyword, but you can also type in like a URL. So if I put in, let's say, Social Media Examiner, that's a big player in our industry, you can start to look at some of the things that they've been talking about that actually have a lot of search volume or every monthly searches too. Some potential ones here, like Pinterest promoted pins, Pinterest pay-per-click. If you're a Pinterest expert, that's fantastic. So honestly, just try and find some related websites to you and your business. Some, not just any old website, they're like industry leading ones that are actually performing really well, that you know are getting a lot of traffic or that are always there in the search terms when you Google stuff.
And in this stage, we're just gathering as many ideas as possible, right?
Exactly.
So we're only in step 1. So we just want to be using all of these tools and all of these hacks to gather ideas. And there is a third column on this.
Yes, there is. So the third column is FAQs. What are people asking you? Okay, really listen to that because it can be really crucial.
Can I just say, not only what are they asking you, but what are they asking other people?
Yeah.
So if you partake in other people's Facebook groups or other people's webinars, if you are in marketing right now and you are watching this, you need to be looking at what is being asked in this webinar, because they're questions that people need the answers to.
Exactly. So we absolutely love getting ideas from our community. Is that shown on the screen like that? So we love getting questions from our community because that gives us content ideas, and we can take those content ideas, put it in a spreadsheet, and then we can upload that spreadsheet to Google Ads and see what's cooking. When I say reaction spikes here, what I mean there is if, say, we talk about something on our Instagram story and loads of people comment on it, then what we'll do is we'll see that as a sign that people are interested, and we'll put that into our ideas spreadsheet as well. All right.
Hannah Dempsey says, loving keywords everywhere, added to Chrome now. Where has it been all my life? Thanks for sharing.
Fantastic. It is literally the best thing ever. We use it like every day.
Samuel and Pocket Survey are saying hello.
Awesome. Oh, cool. Hey, guys. Hope you are well. If you are kind of getting some ideas here right now, we would love you to pop that in the comments or give this video a thumbs up or a share just to show us that you are getting something from this. We want to see some love here before we go on to step 2, which is all about finding a keyword with traffic. Now, this is a very brief stage, step 2, because as we're going throughout this, I've literally just told you what you need to be doing here. Use keywords everywhere and just keep on searching for different ideas that actually have good amount of traffic. Now, again, whether that is good or bad amount of traffic is dependent on your domain authority. I'm going to tell you what that is in a little second. But at this point, we're just trying to find keywords with the most highest domain authority, search volume that you think you could potentially write an article about. All right. Okay. So next step is testing for commercial intent. Now, this is really important because you don't want to get people come to your website that aren't going to do anything for you. Now, there's a few different types of keywords out there. And depending on what people are searching for, it kind of tells you apart from the others as to if you're going to convert well on your website or if you're maybe going to download something or what part of the buying cycle you are in. And these are almost 4 keyword classes. Now, Brian Dean explained this best when he talks about the 4 keyword classes. So I'm going to literally tell you those 4 because I couldn't put it any better than him.
You're going to steal it from him with a nice little credit there.
Yeah, because I love Brian. He's awesome. He knows so much about keyword research.
Like Pete would leave me for Brian if a business partner slot came up.
No, even Justin Brown there. Yeah. Should make this like four-way partnership. Yeah. So the first type of keyword class is the buy now keyword class. Now, this is the most highly converting because they're literally typing in words like buy, coupon, discount, deal, shipping. These are things whereby if you're typing that into Google, you're looking to buy right now, aren't you? You know, buy this pair of shoes, buy this, blah, blah. How can I buy your social media services? Blah, blah. This is things that these really have a hot signal to whether you're going to buy or not. Now, they will probably be lower search terms, but it more than makes up for it in the higher converting. The next one is product. So these are like reviews. This is like comparisons. Basically, you're trying to decide what's best at this point. You might not be ready to buy immediately, but you are definitely in the market to buy soon, if not imminently. And your next search is probably a buy now search. So at this point, people are just comparing the options. They might not have chosen a specific product or brand just yet. And this is quite good because this is where you can argue the case of how amazing you are. All right. And again, that might be a little bit higher than buy now. Well, probably a lot higher than buy now, but still not huge compared to this next one, which is informational. So this is when people are just looking for help. Okay, how to do X, Y, Z. The best way to do blah, blah, blah. Ways to, I need to. This is things where people are just looking for help, really value-packed articles. They're not looking to be sold to right now. They're just looking for help to grow the business or to help them in their day-to-day life.
this is very much what we're focused on to grow our audience as well. So if you're in the business of growing an online audience, growing an email list, growing a social audience, then informational keywords are great to do that because people will follow you because you have the best answers to their questions.
Yeah, so if you've been following us, you'll know that we talk about primary content and secondary content, and this is literally, this is like a really clear distinction here. The buy now and product stuff are really secondary content where it's all about you and it's kind of salesy a little bit off. Well, usually the product stuff can be unbiased, but usually most people mention themselves in that. And that is actually a really good way to convert that traffic. But if that's all you're doing, guys, then you're not going to build your audience. And if you don't have an audience, it's really hard to sell, especially in this day and age where people aren't just Googling something and buying a product, right? Especially if you're in the B2B industry, it doesn't necessarily work that easily. I'm happy to go and buy a shoe that I've never met the team before. I don't know what that brand, the team looks like. I don't need to know them. It's a shoe. It looks good. I'm going to buy it.
Hopefully you would buy more than one shoe.
Well, yeah, a pair of shoes. But if you're charging like $3,000 for social media management, or you're a lawyer, or you're an accountant or something like that, I'm probably not just going to do a quick Google search and then buy from the first person I meet. So this is why the informational stuff is really critical. So you need a mix of both. And the final one is the tire kickers. You do not want to waste your time with these people. They're probably not going to buy anything. If they're looking for something for free to download, just a quick win, whatever, you don't really need to waste your time with those people. All right. So another thing we can do is test for commercial intent via suggested bid filtering. Now, the way to get rid of, sorry, I lost my place there. These tire kickers is really to use this filter. So as a general rule of thumb, this column basically suggests your intent, right? Because if people are willing to pay, this CPC stands for cost per click, which is basically a metric of what people pay if they were to advertise for this keyword when people search in Google. How much are people willing to pay for an ad to show up on this search result? And if they're not willing to pay anything, you don't want to rank for that search pretty much, right? So if we scroll down a little bit here, similar things with a higher cost per click are Pinterest pay-per-click. And that's kind of obvious, right? Because if someone's searching for that, they might be willing to actually look for an agency who's willing to do it for them. So they might want to just learn to do it themselves, or they might want to pay an agency. So an agency might have paid a lot to be on that search result.
If you are trying to rank for informational content, though, informational keywords, then likely not going to have a huge cost per click.
No, they're probably not, or a very small one. So a good way to kind of filter this out, as well as excluding adult ideas, what you can also do is top of page bid low range. And if we just put that to maybe like 10 cents or 10p and just apply it so that it just filters out all those results that don't have any cost per click commercial intent. So now you can start to see a load of ideas, and ideas where they might actually convert quite well as well. So from all the keywords that you've been building up from this research, might be worth just dividing them up between buy now, product information, or tire kicker, putting them in your spreadsheet, uploading them to Google Keywords Planner, and just seeing which ones would be the best for you to go for at this point. Now, sometimes when it's like the higher cost per click, that might mean it's more difficult to rank for it because other people are kind of going for it as well, but it's not necessarily the case all the time.
Okay. So step 4 is where it gets really exciting, doesn't it? Because this is, do we actually have a chance to rank for this? Yes. So step 1, 2, and 3 is all about finding ideas working out whether they have intent to buy, whether that matters to you or not, depending on what keyword you are going to search for, and working out how many people on average are searching for that per month. Then we need to ask ourselves, do we have a chance to rank for this? And this is where maths comes into play, right? Because it's kind of like maths. We want to be finding keywords that have a traffic score that we are happy with, but also that we have a chance to rank for. And this is where it's a bit of a playoff, because the perfect keyword that you really want to try ranking for, it might just be out of your league at this point. So how do we work out what league we're playing in?
So the first thing you need to do is work out your domain authority. Domain authority is basically how strong Google sees your website. Does it have a lot of authority? Has it been around for a while? Is it, secure? Is it not spammy? And, does it have a lot of people linking back to it? Does it look like a credible source? Now, the tool that we used to use was Moz Open Site Explorer, which is actually coming to an end, sadly, on
2 days,
August the 30th. But it gives you a link here to the Link Explorer. And you will need to make an account with this to use it. And
it is free, though.
I think you get a certain amount of queries available before you have to pay, but it does kind of give you a lot for free, which is cool to start off with. So all you have to do is just type in your domain here. I've just done this here on our site. So our domain authority is 30. So to put this into perspective for you, 0 is the worst, 100 is the best. Sites like Facebook, Google, Twitter, those are in like the 99/100 mark. Big media sites are like around the 75 to 95 mark. Really, long existing credible sites, they're maybe in the 60 to 80 mark. A lot of kind of beginner websites, they're in like the 0 to 10 mark. If you're hitting 20, that's like really good. Okay, that's like a really good start, and you're not going to do so bad. If you are lower than 20 and you're in a really saturated industry that knows a lot about SEO, then the SEO might not necessarily be your thing. Okay, you're going to have to find some real long keywords. So the shorter the amount of words that you use in a search, the likelihood of that search is that it's going to be more saturated and harder to rank. Let me know if you're keeping up with this, guys, in the comments here. So to put this into perspective, if a domain authority is 30, and let's say we are doing a search for digital content strategy, which gets 590, we can use this tool called the Moz bar. Now, that's again by Moz. So just type in Moz bar and you can go download that. It's a free Google Chrome extension. You can see it here, that little M. And what this does, it shows us the domain authority and page authority of websites on this first page of Google. So this is really crucial. So it won't show you on the ads because they're just ads, but it does show you on these organic search results.
Sometimes it's a little bit delayed. So if you put it on and it doesn't work straight away, or these are all showing 0, just give it like 20 seconds, which is an age in search result times, but it does pull through.
So there's 2 metrics here. There's DA, domain authority, and PA, page authority. So Google does not rank websites, it ranks pages. So you are in competition over certain pages. So for example, if our domain authority is 30, that means that, we have a reasonably good chance of having a page on our website, a blog, let's say, that has a page or authority of over 27. That is a reasonable assumption. And that means that we could actually rank page 1 on Google for this search term. We should really do a blog on that.
We really should. Scroll up to the top. So this is the playoff, right? You work out what your domain authority is. So we've got 30 to play with. We're putting in one of the keywords into Google. So in this case, digital content strategy.
Yes.
something that we could rank for, create content on that would make complete sense. We can see here it's got a volume of 590 a month, and we can look down in the search results and we can see, right, is the majority of these under 30 for the page authority?
Yes.
Yeah. And if they are, then chances of us writing a blog that ranks on this page are much higher.
Yes.
And that's the playoff, because if maybe we could put in something super competitive into the top and just show you a digital marketing strategy.
I'll just do another Google for that.
Yeah. So say if we type digital marketing strategy. A chance to load. So this has almost 10,000 a month. But look at the page authorities for all of these. I mean, to be fair, this one's got 28. So our chances there, we have potentially got a chance of ranking page one for that. But all the others are higher than ours. Well, actually some smaller ones here. Yeah, so that's one that I just stumbled across. That might go on our list of something to look at and try for. Like social media marketing, for example. Like these are probably going to be super, super high. Like we've got like Wikipedia and Sprout Social on here.
Yeah, so they're going to be really tough.
So that's the playoff. When you're asking what is good traffic, like 135,000 is good traffic, as long as you've got like a domain authority of like 70 or above.
Yeah.
Well, 90 or above, maybe.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough. Now, there's certain things here that play into your hands as well, and maybe against your hands. So, for example, this website here has a domain authority of 92, but yet the page authority is only 47. What could be going wrong here? Well, for a start, it's Science Direct. Maybe that isn't necessarily about content strategy and marketing. So maybe the relevance there is not right. So this should be an easy term to knock off the top spot. It also only has 7 backlinks going to it. Now, if you've been to one of our talks, you'll know that over 75% of all articles have 0 backlinks as a median number, which is absolutely insane. If you are creating blogs and you want it to rank in search, you need backlinks to your blog. So so basically you want to be just playing out for these. Like, this is really low. You can beat this, you can beat this. But basically, these might be a little bit harder. Yeah? So do we have a chance to rank for this? We're going to also show you this on YouTube as well.
Yeah.
So there's a really cool tool called Morning Fame. And what this will help you to do...
Now, this is a paid-for tool, but it's really cheap. I think it's like less than £100 a year.
Yeah, it's so cheap. What this will help you to do is basically, based on your current channel, will you be able to rank for whatever search term? So if it was digital marketing, let's say, it will tell us that we do not have a good chance of ranking for that search term, right? We've got a D for amount of subscribers, F for views, F for likes, E for relevance.
So when we're using Morning Fame, we're pretty much trying to get everything higher than
a
Ds. If we can get like C's and above in this, then that's best. So again, we're doing the exact same thing. We're finding a keyword on YouTube, because keywords everywhere work exactly the same on YouTube as it does on Google. Finding a keyword that has a nice amount of traffic, we are plugging it into here. And if we get C's or D's and above across the board, then we are kind of good to go with that.
Yes, fantastic. And what Morning Fame will also allow you to do is optimize your video as well. But that's a video for another day.
Yes.
But, that's really cool. So we're going to go into the last step here. And if you've been enjoying this, again, please make sure you do give it a thumbs up and a share if you are enjoying it. The next step is to optimize. Basically, you've put all this effort into this keyword research. You really, really need to just optimize your blog so that it maximizes that potential for ranking from the keyword that you've just found. So there's lots of things you can do here. And this isn't a video about how to optimize your website, but I thought it would just be nice to give a few tips.
Yeah.
The main thing is really to just write the best blog in the world, right? If you can create the best blog, then Google is going to reward you. It's going to reward you because people are staying on that site, people are commenting on it, they're liking it, they're sharing it, and that'll just help Google know whether this is actually any good. Now, people have done research on this, and the study shows that the top ranking articles are a minimum of about 2,000 words, which means if you're not writing articles over that, you're going to struggle with a more competitive search term. So that's that. Another idea is to layer your keywords. So we found this. What? I think someone's trying to call me.
Oh my God.
On FaceTime. That's funny.
That's awesome.
So what I mean by that is one of our best performing YouTube videos was called GDPR Explained Simply. Now we found on Keywords Everywhere that search term, and we used Morning Fame to work out whether that was going to be something we can rank for or not. Now, if we typed in GDPR, it told us we could never rank for that. GDPR Explained, it told us we'd have a really hard chance of ranking for that. But GDPR Explained Simply, we actually had a chance of ranking for that if we created a good video. And that's what we did. We created an awesome video called GDPR Explained Simply. Everything you need to know in 5 minutes. Fun. And essentially, we immediately ranked for GDPR Explained Simply. And because that performed really, really well, we also went up high in the rankings for GDPR Explained. And for a short time, we were in the top 10 results for GDPR as well. So as you can see, if you layer your keywords going slightly longer and longer, but keeping those focused, high traffic, high cost per click keywords at the very beginning, then you have a chance of also ranking for them eventually. If you didn't have that longer tail keyword in there, you might have not had the opportunity to get enough traction to get that chance to rank for the shorter ones. Another few key points here is obviously just make it visual, break it up, use subtitles, use graphs, use Canva to make some nice graphics for it.
Be a bit proactive as well. So proactively look to other sites, see if you can get backlinks, see if you can do swaps. Proactively ask people for comments and shares. That's why we always ask people to please comment on this video. And if you're watching this now, please do comment, because that would really help us in search.
Yes.
Use tools like Yoast. Yoast is a great plugin for WordPress, which will tell you exactly what you need to do to optimize your blogs. It's got a cool like red, amber, green symbol. And yeah, there's lots that you can do there to optimize your content, right?
Fantastic. All right. So guys, that is essentially that with the keyword research. So I really hope you've enjoyed that. I hope you found that useful. We're going to come back on screen just to say goodbye to all of your lovely faces.
There we go.
Hey,
we
thank
hope
you so
we
much for
made
listening.
a fairly dry subject seem a little bit more interesting or a little bit more doable.
Yeah.
Because it is just a case of maths, isn't it, Pete?
Yeah. Just
if
do
you
the
don't
research,
like maths, then you are
use the
screwed
tools.
up. If we do have any questions, then we are going to answer as many as we can now. But if you are watching this on the replay, then just ask us in the comments and we shall answer them there. Actually, if you are watching this live, then just drop in a comment on this video rather than in the live chat really helps. Even though we've had a ton of comments now live, the actual comment count on YouTube is 0, which sucks. Yes. Vanessa says, how do I watch from the very beginning? So as soon as we stop broadcasting this will be a video that is just living on our YouTube channel. So give it like 5 minutes-ish.
Yeah,
maybe
and then you can refresh.
Yeah, and then it will be there. Sue says lots to take in, but really useful.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you. It's just a case of breaking it down. Like just get the ideas, find the search volume, see if you can rank for those search terms, see if it is commercially going to be good for you, and then just write the goddamn blog. And again here, it's not about doing a daily or a weekly blog that's 500 words. right? That's only going to help you build your social following. It's really going to be tough for you to get good search volume on competitive keywords if you're not putting in the depth. So this is why some people like Brian Dean, he does like less than monthly blogs, and yet he has tons and tons of traffic to his site because they all rank. He's put in the effort. He's made it work.
Yes. Okay. A few more comments here. Vanessa says, "Thank you, love you guys."
Oh, thank you, Vanessa.
Maya says, Maya says, "Did you guys get haircuts?" And then you definitely got haircuts. I got a haircut. I went extreme razor all the way back.
All the way.
It's my summer do coming into September. Sue says, "I can't see the comments box." It should be, I'm not sure if you're watching on desktop or mobile. On desktop, it's just right below the video and it says add a public comment. It's not actually a box.
It's just a line.
It's just a line.
With your profile there, potentially.
YouTube is so forward thinking with the user interface. Looking sharp, Maya says. So that's a nice one, Twendon.
What about Andrew?
Thank you so much for turning up. Oh, Carly says, "I can't see a comment box on desktop. Can't see a comment box on desktop either." That's annoying. Maybe after it's live, it should be there. Maybe we can see it because it's our account.
Maybe.
Yeah. So after we hang up, don't go anywhere. Wait till
you know what? Go. Comment on this video when it's ended, and we personally will spend the next 10 minutes just replying to your comments.
Yes, we will. That's a nice one.
Yeah,
that's a nice one. All right, guys.
Always helpful.
Yeah, a lot of people saying the comments box isn't there. Point taken. Okay. No comments box.
No comments. There must not be one on live. Rose on this side of it, so whatever.
Mel says, "Fab video, guys." And Helen says, "Super helpful. Thank you both." Thank you from Carly. Michael says, "Comments only after live." Okay.
All right.
Well, we better not be live then for a second. All right.
All right, guys. See you soon.
Thank you so much, guys. Bye. Have a good day.